Hi, I'm Danny,
And I'm RJ.
and today we're talking about oral hygiene. So what is oral hygiene? It refers to the maintenance and keeping clean of the mouth.
You might be wondering, why do we perform oral hygiene? Well, let me tell you why. We perform oral hygiene to keep a healthy mouth and prevent any kind of nasty complications.
Okay, so what can happen if you don't perform good oral hygiene? You can get bad breath,
PU.
cavities, gum disease, tooth loss, oral cancer, and chronic diseases.
Now that we've covered what it is and why it's important, let's ask what other people think.
Alright, hello, I'm here with Rachel and I've got a few questions for her. So after eating, how long after should you rinse your mouth out?
It doesn't really matter.
Sarah, how do you brush your teeth?
Circular motions, like the left and the right, up, down, side to side. Then your tongue, I don't know.
So Brianna, how often should you rinse out your mouth? Or
Right.
soon should you rinse your mouth out?
Right away after eating.
Justin, do you think there's anything in your toothpaste that you should be looking for as an ingredient? I have no clue. So then, do you think you should floss first or brush first?
Should floss first.
So what can you get if you don't brush and floss properly?
That's a good question, Danny. I'm gonna guess scurvy.
Okay.
What is the best kind of toothbrush for you to use?
I'm gonna say an electric.
An electric toothbrush is correct. Better for you and better for the environment.
Alright, and then how often should you floss your teeth?
You should floss your teeth once a day.
After you drink mouthwash and spit it out, do you think you should eat anything or drink anything after that or no? No. He's correct. Now, how many times a day do you think you should brush your teeth?
3 times a day, one after every meal.
So Janelle, do you think you should brush or floss first?
I think brush.
What foods should you avoid eating to not get a cavity?
I'm gonna say like candy and sweets and like sodas.
Yep, that's correct. How do cavities form and how do they get worse? So your teeth have many layers in it, and once bacteria is on the tooth, then it creates an acid and it can eat through the multiple layers. And bacteria, it can actually start creating this acid 20 minutes after you eat, so it's recommended to either brush your teeth or rinse your mouth out with water after you eat.
Alright, so the first steps to cleaning your mouth begins with flossing. Now, you can use the little rope or you can use the mini transporter ones. I like to use one of these really long ones. You can really get back in there. So you're gonna start off and you're just kind of go back and work your way up, get in between the teeth, but make sure you're like kind of scraping the insides of each tooth in between to really get that enamel out of there and any kind of gunk that might be sitting in there. Next up, the most famous part, you're gonna need to brush. A lot of doctors recommend electric toothbrushes, but you can get the job done with non-electric ones too. So when you brush, doesn't matter if you start top or bottom, but when you do brush, you want to go in at like a 45-degree angle, and you want to go in a circular motion. Just kind of go all around. This is my special toothbrush, and it has a timer in it so that it starts beeping and it stops. That's how I know I'm done on one side, and then I move to the top. So you're gonna want to go and do all that stuff. And then lastly, I don't have any with me, but you're gonna want to use some mouthwash, glug, 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 rinse it all out, swish it around, you know. And that's how you do it. Don't forget to brush your tongue also.
Alright, so what type of toothpaste should you be using? Fluoride. And how often should you use it? At least twice a day. You should also floss at least once a day. And remember to rinse after meals to get rid of those particles.
Now you might be wondering, what kind of foods can I even eat? You guys said I can't eat anything. Well, I'm gonna tell you what foods to avoid. You're gonna wanna avoid stuff like sugar, so Skittles, Sour Patch, Snickers, everything in here. You're gonna wanna avoid coffee and alcohol. I don't have those here. And you're gonna wanna avoid carbonated drinks. There's a lot of sugar, and if there's one thing bacteria loves, it's sugar.
So you might be wondering, what can I eat? Of course, you can have water, you can have dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese. You can also have fiber-rich fruits and vegetables, and nuts and seeds are a few examples.
Now that we've covered all the basics,
Let's get brushing!